guys, welcome back to our channel. It's Bella here, and today I have a little guest. This is Rowdy. This is my kitten. He's not a kitten, but he's so small that he seriously looks like a kitten. Like he never grew. But anyways, so today I wanted to do a makeup tutorial for you guys, and I wanted to do something really different. So I did this kind of berry lip and really simple eye makeup and some fluffy lashes. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First things first, I'm going to be priming my eyelids with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And now I'm just setting that primer with some translucent powder. And now I'm just adding some Scotch tape to the edges just to ensure that my eyeshadow has like a really sharp, clean look to it. Now going into my Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, I'm grabbing eyeshadow number 66. And I'm just going to be using this as my transition shade, and I'm going to be buffing it into the crease with my Morphe M330 brush. To really blend out this color, I'm really going in back and forth motions. And now I'm going in with eyeshadow number 15. And I'm using my MAC 213 brush to really carve out the outer crease. And I'm not taking it up too high at all. And now I'm using my Sonia Kashuk blending brush, and I'm really diffusing the color, going in back and forth motions and circular motions to really blend out that eyeshadow. Now going in with eyeshadow number 24 from Morphe brushes. I'm just going to be using this color to carve out my crease just a little bit more. And as you can see, I'm being a little bit messy with it, but that's okay because we're going to go in with two blending brushes just to make sure that it's really blended out. Using this Sonia Kashuk blending brush, it has really stiff bristles, so it really blends out that eyeshadow without taking it up too far. So that's why I really love using this brush. As you can see, it's really easy to use and it blends out the eyeshadow perfectly. And now I'm going in with my Morphe M330 brush, which is a little bit more fluffy, and it really helps to diffuse the color. Now I'm just going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette, and I'm grabbing the shade Buttery, and I'm just going to be packing that all over my eyelids. Now going back into that Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, I'm grabbing eyeshadow number 47, and just to add some extra dimension to the eyes, I'm just packing this on the very outer part of my eyelids. And now going back into the Artist palette, I'm grabbing Coal, which is just a really matte black shade, and I'm just applying a tad bit of that to the outer parts of my crease. And now I'm blending that out with the Sonia Kashuk blending brush once again, and I'm really buffing it out. And now I'm going back in with the Morphe M330 brush just to really blend out the edges and make sure that there's no harsh lines or harsh edges. Now moving on to the face, I'm using Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and I'm really patting it into the skin. And I love this primer because it's oil free, so it's perfect if you have oily skin. And now, moving on to foundation, I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation in the shade Tan Honey and my Morphe G6 buffing brush, and I'm really patting that into the skin as well. And then after I've patted it into my skin and it's kind of soaked into my skin, then I like to do circular motions just to really blend it all in. Now I'm just using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara to prep for falsies. The false lashes that I'm going to be wearing in this tutorial are the Flutter Lashes in Ashley, which I've been loving recently, and I just like to apply my falsies with tweezers just because that's what works for me, and it's really hard to film this on camera, so sorry if it's such a weird angle. Now moving on to concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Master Conceal in Light, and I'm just going to do kind of a triangle shape under both of my eyes, a little bit on the sides of my nose, a little bit down my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and underneath where I would contour just to really sharpen up that area. Now taking my Real Techniques complexion sponge, I'm just going to be blending out the concealer that I just applied. And I love using this damp because it really does the blending for you. And now I'm going to be setting my under eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm going to be setting my under eyes really, really heavily. And I'm going to be doing the method called baking, which looks really, really scary because I apply so much powder. But for someone like me that has oily skin, this method really, really helps the concealer to stay put all day. and never before have I had my concealer stay super bright and just look flawless all day long, and this method really helps with that. And I apply it to all the parts on my face that tend to get oily, so under my eyes, a little bit on my nose, a little bit in between my eyebrows, and I like to use a makeup pad to apply this, and I just let it sit for a couple minutes and then I wipe it away. But right now I'm just going to set the rest of my face a little bit lighter, and now I'm going to bronze up my skin using the Milani bronzer in Fake Tan, and I'm just going to apply it in all the areas that I would contour. And now going in with the Anastasia contour kit, I'm using the shades Java and Havana, and I'm going to be carving out my cheekbones and a little bit on my forehead and a little bit underneath my jawline. Now taking this blush from Milani called Rose d'Oro, I'm just going to be applying this on the apples of my cheeks, a little bit on my chin and a little bit on my nose, just to really balance out the color. And now going in with a highlight, I'm using MAC Soft and Gentle Highlight with my Morphe fan brush. And now I'm just going to be baking underneath my cheekbones just to really define my contour, and I'm using the same powder as before. And now I'm just going to be lining my lips with this NYX lip liner. It's kind of like a deep purple color. And I'm just going to be lining the outsides of my lips because I'm going to be going in with the liquid lipstick. And this is Dose of Colors Bury Me. And I really love this because it stays on all day, and even if you eat or drink water or anything, it stays on and it doesn't come off. And I'm just applying it with the wand that it comes with. And now I'm just using my e.l.f. blush brush to wipe away all the extra powder that was on my face. And as you can see, it's really, really bright. And the key to wiping it away is just blending out the powder and making it look as natural as possible. Now going into my chocolate bar palette, I'm grabbing the shade Champagne Truffle, and I'm using this to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. And I really love how this looks because it really brightens up the look. And that's the end of the tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe.